This is a brand new cami. It has never been worn. And I don't know if you can see, but the fabric is a little bit like tight, not tight, what's taut. It's like a firmer, it's not as soft because it's just all brand new, okay? This is a cami that's been worn many times. And I don't know if you can see the difference, but it's just more pliable. The fabric softens with a couple washes and a couple wears. It doesn't loosen, it just softens. And so many times when gals get them, because they're, do you kind of see? I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but anyway, it just feels less, less mobile. I don't even know. I can't even think of the words. Hey, Kim. Hey everyone. Okay, so when you get your cami for the first time, you need to prep it before you wear it because you'll feel that sort of tightness in the fabric. And so since we're talking cami troubleshooting and cami care, we're just going to start at the very beginning. And when you open it, this is how you do it, okay? When you get your cami for the first time, this is what I want you to do, to just sort of break that fabric in a little bit. And I want you to listen. You actually want to hear a little bit of, you're not going to hear it on here, but you just want to hear the fabric kind of breaking in a little bit, okay? You're not ripping it, but you just want to kind of mobilize it a little bit, okay? Just go through the cami. Be careful of the edges. If you pull too hard on the edge, it may like actually pull the stitching out. You don't want to do that. So kind of stay away from the edge as much, but just work with the fabric on the inside and just sort of go through the whole cami and just stretch. Just stretch, stretch, stretch. Just kind of get that fabric. You want to go up and down. You want to go to the sides. It's strong. It can handle it. Okay? Be a little more careful around the seams. But yeah, you just kind of want to go around and just break that fabric in a little bit. Okay? Now, I am going to show you a cami that's on my body the wrong way, and we get pictures like this all the time. All the time, okay? I am wearing the nursing cami. And by the way, I haven't nursed in 11 years, but I adore this cami. It's incredible for its lift and support, but this is actually on me the wrong way. And I want to show you what's wrong about it. Okay, first of all, I'm going to get a message from this person. You see my nipples. Sorry, I don't have my pedals in. But like, they're pointing down. Like, there's no support here. Remember, I told you about my boobs. I've nursed 4 babies, so there's not much left. It's so sad. Could we just take a moment of silence for my breasts, please? Just a little, you know, like they did their work, and now it's my turn to take care of them, right? Okay, so anyway, so we got a lot of drag here and not a lot of support, right? They're just kind of floppy. Look at the back. I got a nice bulge there in the back. Okay. Now, the correct way to adjust this cami, I want to say this first. If you go bra shopping and every time you take the load of bras into the dressing room, you take that bra and you take the strap and you adjust it to its longest length, because every time you've gone bra shopping, the straps are too short and you have to extend them because the distance from your shoulder down to your band line is actually longer, right? If that's what you do, and that's what you do with all your bras, then before you put your cami on, do it with your cami. Now, you're probably going to need to adjust things a little bit, but if you always start with your bra strap at its longest length, then start there with your cami. There's a really good chance you're going to need to cinch it up, but start there. If you, like me, always feel like you've got to bring those bra straps up to their highest adjustment and cinch them up all the way, then do that with your cami the first time before you put it on. It's way easier. Like this one is adjusted in the middle. I'm just gonna slide that all the way to the top because on me, I always want them cinched to their highest spot so that they give me the most lift, and I think I'm a little shorter through there too. So that's a great sort of start. It's a great way to at least know that hopefully you'll be in the right spot, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to adjust this. Now, like I said, it's way easier to adjust when it's, I may actually step off camera. So, okay, so right now the straps are cinched right here. And ideally, I want those all the way back touching this back spot because I'm gonna bring this up. I wanna bring that support up, right? The other thing that's really, really important that you guys can't feel right now, but do you see, I have permanent divots in my shoulders from all those wrong bras all those years, but this is really dry, it's really pulling. I feel the pull in my shoulders right now. So if you get your cami and you're like, oh, she said this wasn't gonna hurt my shoulder, but it's really pulling. It's because it's not high enough in the back, okay? So look at where it's at right now. I'm gonna take, well actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release this gripper and pull the whole thing back up. Now I have more flexibility with moving this. I don't wanna fight the cami gripping down here the whole time, okay? So this is too low. I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna pull the whole thing up into my armpits more, okay? That's the first step. The second step is taking the straps and pulling it, kind of doing that cami dance. Do you see how much I pulled that up in the back? That's where that belongs. Now clearly, I need to cinch the straps because this is not supportive enough. So now that I've brought it up, where it needs to be, sorry. I'm warm because I'm moving a lot and it's summer here. Well, it's summer everywhere, isn't it? Okay. Do you see the difference? Do you see that lift now and that support? But I'm still not done. Now I need to grab and do the swoop and scoop. Okay, bring them up to where they need to be. When all of this feels like heaven now. There's no pressure on my shoulders anymore. It's distributing the weight of my bust line around my back, right? And then if you still get a little bit of a bulge behind your shoulder, how you fix that is you take this hand that belongs to this shoulder and you take this hand that's from your other arm and you grab it underneath your armpit and you pull up and forward. And you can hide that whole bulge like that, right? And then cinch the straps again, get it where you want it. But you can kind of see, you see this, how it's lifting me with no underwire? Like these are lifted. You saw them before, they were down here. Now they're up and lifted, right? Now, when you get it on, I gotta take my rings off for this. When you get it on, if there's any, after you've done all this right, if there's any bulging happening right here, then that means you just need to get more space in the cups and you can stretch them, okay? So ideally what you wanna do is you wanna go in through here and here, and you want to just start stretching that fabric, okay? Remember to sort of try to stay away from the seam, the stitching and the edge right here, because you can pull this too tight and the thread will snap, and you don't want that to happen. So just stay in the fabric, okay? And just stretch. Look at that, right? That'll give you a ton more space in there. It will also help it to hit your, like what I have seen so many times, oh, that already feels better. So what I've seen so many times is because the fabric, I'll stand this way, because the fabric is a little bit too tight here, it like pushes you down. And so if you create more space there, you're gonna get more of that lift, okay? So we still haven't touched this. This all has to be perfect, and it is now. So I'm going to show you the back again. Remember, we pulled it up nice and high, and then the back is nice and high. Now, a good marker that I tell people is put your arm down to your side, and do you see the crease in my armpit where that stops? And then draw a straight line across my back to the other armpit. That line should be about where your cami, the top of your cami sits. Okay? So that's a good marker. If you're in the bathroom and you put this on and you're like, ugh, just turn around and look. And I did that. Yeah, it's pretty perfect. Just look for that line and try to get the cami up to that level. And then when everything else is done, then you take this and you pull it down. Okay?